What is up, ladies and gents? Everyone else, Slappy here with ETM 540 Clubhouse and Gone Coastal Junk Removal. Shameless plug. I mean, come on, can't help it. And we are back on the Nash, as you can tell, and we are getting ready to do a little bit more cleanup, installation prep. We're gonna just get rid of a bunch of crap. There's some little piddly things in here that are just here and there and all over the place that we aren't going to be using when we do the 22R, and other things that just are in the way. So I figured we just might as well take the time to get all of it out, because we are starting completely fresh with a just absolute shell, and the less stuff we have in the way as we're building, the better. So that's what we're doing. Nothing crazy, nothing insane yet. That's going to start coming. So I figured we just take the time to strip this sucker down as best we can and go from there. So come along. Okay, whatever. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just let's get to it. Come on. All right, so we're getting a majority of it out, but there are still some things that are fighting us. I'm trying to nitpick and be picky about what I'm taking out, so that way I'm not doing too much, because I want to use Toyota stuff as far as like the master cylinder for the brake, but I don't want to mess up the linkage in the Nash, because the linkage is, well, here, let me show you. So the linkage down there is still hooked up really well. The master cylinder for the brake, I am actually going to leave in, which is the one towards the front. But the one for the clutch I'm taking out, because I'm going to end up using the one that comes with the Toyota transmission. So yeah, I'm just trying to make it to where I'm not doing too much. So yeah, we're going to get it figured out though, because it is kind of being a little bit of a business. And yeah. So anyways, that's what we're dealing with. We're getting a lot off though, actually. I'm really stoked on that. So, but it's not like I'm doing a ton this time around. I'm literally only doing a couple things. And we're gonna be done with this video as soon as that master cylinder comes out for the clutch. And yeah, and I'll explain to you why. But let's get back to it and figure out how to get that sucker out of there. And then we'll call her good. All right, well, I mean, that literally was it. Like I said, it was going to be a short one. I honestly wasn't prepared this week to do a lot, but I already kind of knew that because of all the business stuff. And let me just give you actually an update on that. The business stuff is going great. It is, majority of the paperwork is taken care of. We have jobs lined up for the future and are making connections. We do have a few things that need to be fully squared away before we can be fully operational. Like, we can work, but I'm still needing like certain things from the city and all that for the doing business as type stuff. And, you know, there's just things that just need to be buttoned up on that end. And I mean, this is literally the second week that we have been in business, basically. So yeah, so I mean, that's how that's going. I mean, this Friday will be 2 weeks from the day that I quit my job. So there you go. So anyways, yeah, let me show you what this looks like now, just so you can see, because I mean, it wasn't a ton, but it made a huge difference to me, because it takes us that step closer to having, you know, a clear engine bay, clearing out just kind of some of the crap that we are not going to be using, so that way we can start really diving into putting pieces together. Because other than the motor, I have things that are over there that can start going in. And like I said originally, I don't want to put the engine in until I get the transmission, so that way we know where to set our angles and everything. And I'm not worried about that. That's going to be awesome when it goes in, and I'm super stoked. But there's so many other things that we could be doing as well. So that can just sit for a little bit. Plus, I need to source a supercharger. I actually had a friend online, you know who you are, Kyle, who suggested a turbocharged Nash Metropolitan 22R. And I think we may have to do it, because it sounds enticing. So he offered to help, and I'm probably going to take him up on that. But for now, we're just going to, like I said, keep doing the small things, doing the little things. So yeah, hang on. Let me show you. So a majority of it was just like the little stuff that was hanging off the inside of the frame. The original manual shifting mechanism, I went ahead and took out and just cut it out, because, yeah. And I mean, honestly, I'm never going to reuse it. There's tons of them out there. I may reuse the shifter though, and weld that on as just kind of like a little, like, you know, keepsake from the original car. So we're just gonna put that right there. So yeah, so now that shifter's gone. There's a big gaping hole right there, but whatever. I'm probably gonna run this original steering wheel, honestly. It is a monster, but I love it. And it's got the turn signals up here. So if I can get that to work again, I would love to just keep that. So yeah, but anyways, we got rid of our battery cable. There were some wires that were coming out from the heater mechanism, also from the windshield wipers. So we tucked those up inside, because we don't know quite yet how we're going to set that up. And then I left some of these other wires just because they may be important with pulling new ones through for fishing. So I didn't want to get rid of them for that. So I left all that stuff. But for the most part, it is all free and clear. Oh, and I left the original gas line too. And that is only just because when I do a new one, I'm going to probably run it the same, you know, way and use the same mount. So I didn't want to just start hacking at it. Oh, and the transmission master cylinder clutch thing skis. Yay! So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get back to work. So yeah, sorry for such a short episode, but that's what I got time for right now. But as things get progressing within the business and we have more of kind of like a understandable schedule, because my schedule's all over the place. Like, I'm literally like, last night I was so tired I just had to crash. I was like, I'm going to freaking bed. But everything so far has been going really smooth. We're really excited. We're super pumped to be business owners, and we are super pumped to just have the time to think tank, to get things done. I mean, hell, I'm getting my freaking KTM all back together. Like, the thing is probably going to be done today. I mean, I've been cleaning on this thing since I bought it, since the video. I've ridden it once when I first bought it, and I literally tore it down to clean it up, and now it's all getting pieced back together. It needed some electrical work and some cleanup, and now it's going to be ready to go. So yeah, lots of stuff. So thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate it. I'm in such a hurry, then I'm not even going to do my usual outro. So subscribe, comment, please, like, Amazon wish list down in the description, and please hit the membership action or hype button. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. Anything helps. We love you guys. We'll see you when we come back for something else. I don't know yet. Let us know what you want to see. We got stuff though. I got something else that I got to finish up. It's hiding back there. Yeah. Okay, anyways, love you guys. Ha! Oh yeah, and speaking of working on motorcycles, Harry's been working on his. Got some new levers, and the kid doesn't know yet, but he's got some more parts coming for his birthday here in a few days. So expect to see some updates on this beast. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and for those of you that don't know, we got 2 of them. Yeah, we may like motorcycles a little bit. I need to work on them.